What's up, everybody? My name is Dustin Phifer, reporting for CharlotteVibe.com. I'm coming to you here just real quick to talk a little Charlotte Bobcats basketball. The season gets started on Wednesday, and should be a very exciting year for this team as they've made a lot of changes in the offseason. So we just wanted to come with you for a couple of seconds, talk about this season getting started and what we're looking forward to this year as a team. So the Bobcats, as you know, in the offseason made a lot of changes. First, they announced the name change, which will go in effect next season, but it's got a lot of fans excited. Also, some big signings for the first time in the team's history. They bring in a guy like Al Jefferson, one of the best low post scorers in the NBA, sign him to a 3-year, $41 million contract. So he should come in right away and be the team's best player to provide some low post scoring offense for this team. That'll help other guys like Kemba Walker, the point guard who had a breakout season last season in his second year. He comes in ready to continue to improve his game, but when you add a guy like Al Jefferson, he can help that pick and roll game with Kemba Walker, which will provide more opportunities for Kemba to either use that mid-range jump shot or drive down the lane and get a layup and an easy bucket. So that's the first thing you look at, is the presence of Al Jefferson on this team. The second thing you look at is the re-signing of a guy like Gerald Henderson. You know, people were wondering, would he be back with the Bobcats this season? And he was able to re-sign a contract and stay with the team. And I think that's a good move because it keeps your core kind of intact. Your young guys like Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, Kemba Walker, which we mentioned earlier, and now Gerald Henderson. Henderson has always been He's been kind of an up-and-down guy, but you can always count on him for some big-time shots and some good defense. So when you have a solid shooting guard like that to go along with the good point guard in Kemba Walker, you're always going to have a pretty good backcourt, so it was good to see them re-sign Henderson. The other thing we look at is a big change, the new coaching staff. You bring in a guy, Steve Clifford, hasn't been a head coach yet in the NBA, but has a lot of assistant coaching experience under guys like Stan Van Gundy and Jeff Van Gundy, two known winning coaches in the NBA. So you bring in a new staff, you add legends like Patrick Ewing, Mark Price, two guys who know how to get it done in the NBA. You bring that coaching staff in with a ton of experience to coach this young team, and I think you're going to see a lot better results. This team has come in the preseason. They've went 5-3. They've had the best defense in the NBA as far as giving up points goes in the preseason. So those are some good signs, all without their best player, Al Jefferson, out with an ankle sprain. So a lot of big things looking forward to this season with the Bobcats. Fans are excited. Ticket sales are going up with the Hornets coming back. So hopefully this team has a lot of optimism heading into these next few years. The team has been a little uncertain here in the past, so it's good to see that optimism heading to the future. So that's just a couple of things that we're going to look at for the Charlotte Bobcats this year. We're going to have a ton of coverage for you throughout the season, along with sit-down player interviews, behind-the-scenes coverage, game coverage, whatever you want to see, let us know. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Charlotte Vibe. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Charlotte Vibe. So make sure that you interact with us. Let us know what you want to see. We know that we have a ton of basketball fans around Charlotte, and we look forward to bringing you the best coverage possible. Again, my name is Dustin Phifer, reporting for CharlotteVibe.com.